Greetings, fellow witches. Right, why am I here? Why am I here? That's the question we all ask, isn't it? Why are we here? Right, I'm here because Mars is still in retrograde, yeah, and is until 26th August, something like that. Hi, Shares. Is it Shares or Shay? I'm never quite sure how to pronounce that. Cause sometimes that spelling is pronounced Shay, sometimes it's Shay. So why am I here? I'm going to talk to you a little bit about tapping into Mars energy. Yeah, Mars energy, no matter what it's doing. Yeah, so whatever Mars is doing at this particular moment, you can tap into that energy. But before I do that, I want to show you this. It's so cool. Now you might, oh yes, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my God, it's lovely. Shares. Okay. Thank you. I like to pronounce people's names properly. Hi, Laurie. This amazing palm stone. There we go. See that? Is this is hypersthene. Good morning. Nice and sunny here again today. It's bloody hot already. I might do the first pentacle of the moon in water in the garden thing actually, because it's getting too much. It's getting to me now, this heat. It's beautiful, isn't it? Hypersthene, which I've been telling everyone it's a type of labradorite, and actually it's not. It's actually a type of bronzite. So it's a different type. It's bronzite. It's a type of bronzite, not a type of labradorite, like I've been telling everybody. A little shout out to my friends at Keystone Crystals, Hannah and Carl. They are a beautiful couple who is only no more than a year and a half ago started their crystal business on Facebook group, yeah, or page, I can't remember. Just type in Keystone Crystals and it will come up. And they are amazing. They do live sales in their group. And if you want something specific and they can get it, they'll get it for you. Because that's what I did. Because I was looking for a palm stone. I've got a small piece of hypersthene, but I wanted something more substantial to work with, yeah, for meditation. So, because Ian already had one, I want one. Because he's a medium, he gets very, very world weary. Yeah, it's a very good stone for that. If you just have had enough of that crap out there, hypersthene is your stone. I'm going to put it down now. I haven't cleansed it yet. Yeah, I decided I wanted one. I couldn't really find anything on eBay. There wasn't anything that really jumped out at me really on eBay. So I went to Keystone Crystals, and I think it was the next day they were going to their supplier, and Hannah did a little video and said, "What do you think?" I'm like, yeah, it's mine. And they're not expensive. That was £14, and it's a big palm stone. It fits quite easily in the palm of my hand, so it's not a small palm stone. So yes, very cool. Go and check out Keystone Crystals. They are the biz. Tell them I sent you there as well. They might give me a discount. Okay, so I digress. Mars, because we've also got Mercury coming up on Thursday, retro. So I'm going to do a little bit. There is a talk that I will repost from the last Mercury retrograde, but I won't be doing another talk. I will repost that one, but I will be doing regular things for those 3 weeks or wherever it is that Mercury is in retrograde. I'll be doing regular stuff with tuning forks and crystals. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled for those. But today, because it's Tuesday, Mars Day, I want to just touch on Mars because it's still in retrograde. Although Mars retrograde, I don't think is a you know, none of the planets in retrograde are a particularly bad thing. It's, you know, what you buy into. What do you buy into? If you believe that Mercury retrograde is going to completely blow your world apart, then it will. Yeah, it's up here. It's not anywhere else. It's in here. Yes, energy affects energy because we are energy, and yeah, retrograde planets are energy, but how you process that is here. Yeah. So before we do anything else, I just want to give you a little 111. I'm going to try not to wave them over the camera, but I'm hoping that you can hear that on the speaker there. That's a 111. Amazing healing energy in 111. Makes your body just go, incredibly healing frequency, 111. If you go on YouTube, any of these frequencies, you can normally find them on YouTube. Yeah. So if you type in the frequency into YouTube, there will be some kind of frequency, whether it's like a frequency mix, a mashup of frequencies, or if it's just the pure frequency. You can usually find these things on YouTube, because before we started buying tuning forks, became sound healers, that's what we used to use. We would use YouTube to download the frequencies to then put them in our soundtracks. Our soundtracks, by the way, are on thewitchesbazaar.com. You need to sign up to oh no, you don't actually. You don't need to sign up to listen to the soundtracks. So go to thewitchesbazaar.com/sound bites. Yeah, that's where you'll find our soundtracks. And in some of them, not all, there are underlying frequencies in them for healing and stuff. It's very cool. That used to be Ian's his full-time job, was making soundtracks for our yoga classes and workshops. He loved it. Okay, so these two little beauties, this is a 396 and a 528. 396 dispels any kind of guilt and fear, because a lot of us live in guilt and fear. Cool. And they work really nicely together, these two tuning forks. So 396 is to banish, let's use that word, banish any guilt and fear. Yeah. The 528 heals DNA at the cellular level. Yeah. So it heals your DNA. It's so hot today, my hands are sweaty. The tuning forks properly. Let's slip it out of my hand. I've got to get myself some rubber bungs for the bottom of the forks. It'd be easier to hold then. Oh dear. You gotta love this hot weather, haven't you? For me, I just want it to rain now. So I think I'm gonna do it on Monday. I wish I could do it on the full moon. I could make it Friday and put it in the garden on Monday for some rain, because I reckon this is going to go on forever. Well, you know the newspapers. Drama. Not even a particularly interesting one either. Okay. I love these forks. They are gorgeous. Right. Oh, slip that out, mate. That's nice. What was that? Oh, very nice. Okay. So Mars. I want to talk about Mars. Obviously, red planet, iron, relates to the element of fire, which is your second. Some people call them chakras. We're trying to move away from that word, because a lot of people don't understand the word chakra. We come from a yoga background, so we're very familiar with that, but we forget that people don't necessarily know what we're talking about. We talk about chakras. But if you talk about energy centers, people get that. So it's your second energy center. So the first is the root, second is It's like, it's not, well, I suppose it is navel, but it's the center of your creation, yeah, because it in excuse me, it what's the word I'm looking for? It corresponds to the sexual organs, so it's all around creation. Yeah, it's where you create things from. That, yeah, manifests through the root chakra, earth, but that's where the what you are manifesting is created, and then it comes to being through the earth, the root chakra. Yeah. So let me just find the correct one. C, D. So the musical note for that is D. So if you have any kind of musical instrument where you can play the note D, then go for it. Mars is there. I'll do Mars first, and then I'll do sacral. That's it. It's usually called the sacral chakra. Sometimes people call it the navel chakra. Doesn't really matter. It knows what it is. So this is Mars tuning fork. I'll give you a little bit of Mars there. It's got quite a nice overtone, that one. Oops. So Mars corresponds to many other things as well. Metal, iron, yeah. Because it has iron in its makeup. That's what makes it red, obviously. What I find unusual about Mars is it corresponds to the element fire, but iron is its metal, which normally corresponds to earth. So it's kind of got both in there. Yeah, it's kind of got both elements in there, earth and fire. What else do we have here? A lot of the things you'll find in the group posts around Mars, like herbs and crystals and stuff like that. So if you want to burn something to correspond with Mars, you can always buy our amazing Mars incense, which is very potent. I'll grab it. Actually, no, I don't think we've got any left. I need to make some more. It's very pungent. I love it. I love all our planetary incenses. I think they're amazing. And it's a ritual in itself when you burn them. For me, I love it. But if you wanted to burn something, cypress is good. Aloe, tobacco, pine, cedar are all good things to burn for Mars. If you wanted a tea to take in a tea, nettle, it's very good. Or basil, or nettle and basil together, very good. What else? So in relation to your body, Mars corresponds to muscle, the whole muscular system, yeah. The sexual organs, obviously, the gallbladder, but also the astral body as well, which is quite interesting. Okay, that's the last one of those. And obviously Mars is all around courage, determination, that willpower. It's very projective energy around Mars. So at this time when it's retrograde, that's more turned inward. So maybe you want to be more determined in your meditation, in your inner work. So that's kind of how that would manifest, and protection, things like that. for me, there's been a lot of mending of things, actually, sewing more than anything, but a lot of mending of things, and revisiting, which is, it's quite mad how that happened, because I wasn't even thinking about that. Like we went back and we revisited, because I'd forgotten we'd actually created quite a detailed outline of our big course that we are kind of in the middle of creating, and I'd forgotten we'd done this, and I was looking through lots of bits of paper and I found it. I'm like, oh, so we revisited it. Yeah, so revisit things that you might have put aside, for example, and that includes projects. Yeah. Right, so that was Mars. This is the sacral chakra. So you have two different sounds here for the sacral chakra. You have the actual what do you call it, the harmony, yeah, the harmonic sound, which is that one. So that's the harmonic vibration, which works more on the subtle body. Yeah. And then you have the note, which is D, which works more on the physical body, so more on the actual body parts that correspond to the sacral energy center. So I'm going to play them both together because they sound really nice. So the other thing you can use, if you've made any pentacles of Mars, you can use them in meditation, or to send energy out to the planet. I think the ones we've done are for courage and protection. But if you just Google Pentacles of Mars, Seals of Solomon, Pentacles of Mars, and you'll get them up. So a good website will tell you what each one corresponds to. Yeah. I love the sound. So cool. So this is working on your sacral chakra. Yeah. Some comments there, just not scrolled down. I'm glad you're liking it. Morning, Joanna. Morning, Carol. Sorry, the thing didn't scroll down on its own. You've got enough Facebook, haven't you? That crappy thing. Oh, dear. Do you know, just as a little side thing, you can actually create your own social media website. I found a place where you can actually do that. I'm seriously thinking about it. All the restrictions that Facebook has, yeah, and the amount of times I've been blocked. Seriously thinking about setting up our own witchy. It would be for witchcraft, and that would be it. A witchy social media website. What do you think about that, guys? Is that a good idea, do you think? If you think that's a really good idea, go, yeah, man. Because I quite like that idea, having a social media website just for witches. I think that'd be really cool. How are you feeling? Are you getting any kind of energy moving around your sacral energy center? I really need to come away from that word chakra. It's really hard though. Years of being a yoga teacher, and it's kind of embedded in there. So are you feeling any energy shifts in your sacral energy center? You might come away from this and just feel really inspired to go and create something. That would be very cool. And I want to hear about it if you do. Oh, that didn't mean to do that. I've done that in the middle of sound healing sessions before, like clocked it with, clocked a gong or something in a peculiar way. It's just like, oh, okay, it's part of the journey. Oh dear. Ooh. Okay, so I have one more fork. I don't know if you'll hear this because it's a very low frequency. It's 25 hertz, and it's for muscles. Hence why I'm using it, because Mars and muscles. Mars and muscles. Okay, I'm hoping you'll hear that. It's 25 hertz, this one. I'm holding it with my right hand because it's very heavy with these weights on it. It's a long tuning fork anyway, but it's got 4 weights on it. I used this morning before I did my Kundalini practice. I did a mini tuning fork session on myself for Kundalini, and it really enhanced it. It's quite amazing. And I really want to get, tuning fork therapies out there, because they are so powerful. Sound healing is amazing, and gongs and things are incredible. I'll show you if I can take that up. That's that's our solar flare gong. You can't see. Can I go? Ooh. Just see these other two up. Oh. Up there, yeah. And then we've got another one as well that sits on the floor. So gongs and stuff are amazing, yeah, and everything else. But tuning forks, you can really hone in, yeah, with tuning forks. So what I really want to do, just do one more on this muscle tuning fork, is like do a session like we normally would with tuning forks. Record it, and then put it out there, because it's so important. And there will be, because the other course we're working on at the moment is the self-healing course. So I think we've got all the ideas for that. It's just a case of doing the videos. And what I think we're going to do, and the same with the big course, we're going to do them as Facebook Lives, yeah, because it'll be three videos. You can't see me because the fork's in the way. 3 videos, yeah. And we're going to do them as Facebook Lives, and then upload them as a course, yeah. And I might even do that on Zoom as well, because there isn't the interactivity on Facebook that there is on Zoom. So I definitely want to migrate over to Zoom. You feel that? Excellent. It's very subtle, yeah, this muscle tuning fork. I've got a nerve tuning fork as well. Doesn't really correspond to Mars, but if anyone wants a little bit of nerve tuning fork, 50 hertz, just give me a shout, or press the little thumbs up button if you've got any nerve issues at the moment. I think it goes for, it's still vibrating, but you can't hear it. It's quite mad, actually. Oh, and I'll tell you what I'll do as well. I'll give you a little bit of sun tuning fork as well. I know it is sunny out there. And we're getting lots of downloads. That's the thing as well at the moment. I don't know about you guys, but we're getting loads of downloads, loads of plops, which is very interesting. Because there's been a shift in the earth consciousness as well. There's been a huge shift, actually. I don't know if any of you guys have felt that, which has been happening in the middle of this big heat wave that we're having. So it's I find it fascinating. It is fascinating. The 25 hertz. Okay, Joanna, is that a nerve? Is that a disease around nerves or specifically muscles? That's the question I need to ask around that, because I have a nerve tuning fork and a muscle tuning fork. You can buy these on eBay, by the way. We buy a lot of ours from this guy, actually. What's he called? Oh God, hang on, bear with me a minute. I'll just nip over to eBay. I'll send you the link to his shop, because they come from India, and sometimes, not always, sometimes you pay a little on the tax as it comes into the country, but that's not all the time. It's almost like they randomly do that, you know. It's very peculiar, you know. Either they want the tax on stuff or they don't, but it seems to be that they just do it randomly. Right, where are we? So there's the link for where we get a lot of our tuning forks from, yeah. Yes, there is a gateway currently. Ooh, what kind of gateway, Laurie? A gateway, is that like an Akashic record gateway, or is that just an individual higher consciousness gateway? I'm intrigued, let me know. So I've posted the link for the shop where we get a lot of our tuning forks on eBay, and you can buy these ones, the nerve tuning forks and the muscle tuning forks. You can buy them separately. You know, you don't have to buy huge, great big sets like we buy. It's because we do it for, yeah, as a job. So that's why we buy big sets. And we save up, and then we we go crazy. I think most of these, I mean, the only planetary and chakra ones normally you get as sets, but the things like you can buy the 528 separately. What have I got? I'm just thinking of what I've got over there. A lot of them, aside from the planetary and chakra ones, you can buy individually, so it doesn't have to cost. Okay, so it's a nerve thing. It's a nerve issue. That's the root of the problem, yeah. So this is 50 hertz nerve tuning fork, yeah. Ooh. Put it in that hand, so I'm not. So this is 50 hertz. This one I know you can buy from that guy. It's about between 20 and 30 pound, yeah. And what you would do with this, I'm doing it like this so you can hear it, but you'd actually place it on the body. I'll show you how to in a minute. Once it's stopped vibrating. So what you would do when with these very long forks, you don't hit them with a mallet. Generally, just hit them gently on the heel of your hand, and then if you place them on an area of the body, for instance, the breastbone is a good place. Top of the head is amazing, but some people don't like that because it's very resonant, yeah. But if there's, Joanna, if there's a specific place on the body that is more affected than somewhere else, then on the spine, on the tailbone is really good. And I think it's called something like harmonic resonance, something like that, full body harmonic resonance. When you place it on a bone, you can place it on the skin as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you place it on a bone, what happens is it causes it resonates through the whole body. Yeah. So you don't need to put it on different parts of the body. Just put it on one area. And the breastbone is it's easy to find. Yeah. Generally. But again, that can be challenging for people because it's around the heart energy center. Yeah. So if you wanted somewhere else, then the collarbone is good. Yeah. But like I say, the base of the spine, the tailbone, is amazing for putting tuning forks on. Yeah. Other places you could place the fork are on the wrist. Wrist is good, on that knobbly bit on the wrist. Yeah. I mean, I will experiment with tuning forks. Like I've even stuck them in my mouth when I've had my wisdom tooth when it moves. Sometimes it moves and it forgets that I've told it to watch out because I'll have it. So I will actually put the tuning fork up where it hurts and my whole tooth goes. It's interesting. Yeah, some people wouldn't do that, but I don't care. I do it. I've placed them around my eyes as well. You know, you can't have any fear around this. It's not going to hurt you. It's not like pharmaceutical drugs. It's not going to kill you. Yeah. I'm sorry. I really do not believe in big pharma because they're not in it to heal people. They're in it for money. You know. This is the pharmaceutical companies, not the doctors and nurses who do their best to try and heal people. This is big pharma. You know, and I've watched a lot of documentaries over the years and more recently as well, because these things are now coming out even more. Oh, I'm doing that for 50 hertz tuning fork. That they'll prescribe. I mean, my mum, for example, when she had my brother, she developed. She was jaundice, yeah. So she brain, hello. Basically, her liver, because she was jaundice, she had what is that called? Oh my god, what is that disease called? I can't remember. But she was jaundice, and basically it fucked her liver up, yeah. And she was told for years, not to drink, yeah. And obviously, it healed somewhere along the way. But then when she got older, and she wasn't old when she died, she was only 57. That's no age. When she got older, there were many other things as well. She wasn't a happy person in her head, so she developed all manner of diseases. And one of the drugs that they prescribed for her actually said on the back of it that it shouldn't be taken if you've ever had any liver problems, yeah? And she was not happy about taking it, and I told her off. I told her to go back to her doctor and tell him that you're not going to take it because, this is not on. She'd had, many issues with her liver. That was on the Thursday. On the Monday, I got a call saying she'd died. And what had happened is she'd been getting out of the bath. She'd just knocked herself on the side of the bath. And her liver, where it was so compromised, basically bled. And she'd died from internal bleeding. So as far as I'm concerned, Big Pharma can pharma off. I know it's controversial, but I don't care. We heal ourselves. I can't remember the last time I went to the doctors, to be quite honest. We do our own healing. which is why the self-healing free course is going to be amazing. It's for the higher consciousness. The eclipses are forcing us to dump the emotional baggage. Absolutely. And it's really interesting because we're seeing a lot of people get very angry during this hot weather. And you could say, well, that's just the hot weather. But when people are fighting that ascension, that consciousness ascension, it's like they get really angry. It's really strange. They get so angry because they just want to hold on to what they know. Even if it's not good for them, they will hold on to what they know and they will fight it all the way. And I know that because I've done it. I've been there, in that place where you're doing all the work to get better, but you fight it. It's just like, ooh. But you're right, Laurie. It's not going to give us a choice. It's gonna make it happen, whether we want it or not. Absolutely, Laurie. Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's and so many people are waking up to big pharma. There's a lot of really put that down. There's a lot of really cool documentaries on Netflix around big pharma and even the food industry and all that stuff. It's all coming out. It's all being shared. And people are actually they're seeing, like you said, Laurie. People are. It's not even waking up, because it's more than that. Because you can wake up, but then you can actually pretend to go back to sleep again. Which you're never going to wake someone up if they're pretending to be asleep. But what is really amazing is they're waking up, but then they're actually really, really looking. They are seeing stuff, which is why it's amazing. Netflix, it's not an old company. It's not been around for long, and they are making these groundbreaking, like really overturning stuff, really getting to the root of the problems, in this crazy world of Arthur Brown that we're living in. And they're really delving deep, and really getting to the what is really at the root of this, and every time we go on there's new documentaries that they've made, and they're so, well, for me, I love them because it's telling the truth. Some people would hate them because it disturbs their it's rattling their cage, but that's what's got to happen for people to really see stuff. You've got to rattle their cage a little bit, Hi, Lisa. Whee! Just having a little chinny wag here about Mars and all manner of things. Really, it's going. Well, I'm following the breadcrumbs. I'm following the clues. And I had no intention of doing this morning. I was going to do my yoga. We're going to see some Shakespeare tonight in the park. And so, we were going to go into town and get some nibbly things to munch while we're down there later. And so I had no intention of doing this. And then it plopped into my head because it's Mars Day, retro. And so... yes, I think a lot of people, a lot of people unfortunately still go to the doctor. I think the number of people who actually don't want to do that, because when you go to a doctor, you might get a 5-minute slot of their time anyway. So unless you book a longer session with your doctor, you get maybe 5 or 10 minutes if you're lucky. And most doctors, what my experience was with doctors, most doctors will say, oh, well, you got blah, blah, when they don't actually know what's wrong with you. They haven't actually done anything to find out what's wrong with you. They just go, oh, yeah, you got blah, blah. Here we go. Write your prescription. Years ago, when the psoriasis on my scalp was open and sore, weeping and stinky, I really wanted some help around not nutrition, but it was, what was it that I was eating that was causing this? Obviously, there's the mind thing as well, but a lot of foods can aggravate psoriasis as well. So I went to a doctor. I had it a little bit on my elbows and my knees as well at that point, but most of the rest of it had cleared up. And I said, can you refer me to a nutritionist, because I want to find out what food I'm eating that's causing this. No, sorry, we don't do that. So they are not interested in actually finding out the root of the problem. They're only interested in masking the symptoms. And half the time they're not even correct. Half the time they get it wrong. I've taken stuff for, pulled muscles, when I dislocated my knee, when I had, I went to the thing. It was very strange. I've been doing a lot of, I've been experimenting with yoga poses, upside down yoga poses. And it wasn't the yoga that did it, but what happened, I bent over the bath to wash my hair and my neck went, and I couldn't walk. I could barely walk. I could walk, but oh my God, was it painful, yeah? And I couldn't walk straight either. I had to kind of bend down and walk like that. They didn't know what it was. They had no idea what was wrong, yeah? And it caused, pains down my shoulders and all kinds of things, yeah? And I actually healed myself with yoga. But what was really interesting, they prescribed anti-inflammatories, yeah, the word anti-inflammatory, which is supposed to, take away the inflammation and the pain. It made it 10 times worse. So I said, no, do you know what? You can stick them when the sun doesn't shine. And I did. I cured myself. I had a little bit of physio around my shoulder, but I basically cured myself. Same with my knee after it got dislocated, because they couldn't do anything. They did an MRI and everything, and they said, well, it's gone back. You've clipped this, and that muscle's done this, but there's nothing we can do. So what was the point of all that then? So I healed myself. She's kind of, wow, yes. Oh my gosh. I would never, and both me and Ian have made a pact, yeah? If we get, Ian is a survivor of cancer. But he has said he will never go back into hospital and have any kind of treatment. If it's not going to come back, it wouldn't dare come back. The way his mindset is, it wouldn't fucking dare come near him. But we've both made a pact, anything like that, we would know, and we've both had some very interesting dis-ease, manifest in our bodies, but we heal ourselves, yeah, because no way would I let them touch me. No way would I let them cut me open. Nah. Naturotherapy. Okay. What does that involve, Joanna? I've heard of naturotherapy, but I'm not sure what it involves. Is it like herbs and stuff? Absolutely, Laurie. There is no money in actually curing people. And, I was watching something about a month ago, and even just the machines they use, to scan you for, these things. There is trillions of, well, they were talking in dollars, but trillions, billions, whatever, pounds, dollars in those machines alone, let alone the staff, let alone the big pharma. Is so much money involved. They're not going to be interested in actually curing people. Makes me mad. But vote with your feet, because we are, we are a majority, are we not? You know, the people who make the drugs, the doctors and nurses, they are a minority. We are the majority. So if we vote with our feet, says it all, doesn't it? Absolutely. You know, and yeah, we need money in this world we live in, you know, because otherwise you can't eat, you can't have heat in your house, you can't have, you know, electric and all that stuff. So unfortunately, you know, it's a monetary system. But what is quite what's the word I'm looking for? It's disgusting. Is when, you know, how is it fair to charge, you know, some of these drugs that they make, yeah, not only are they extremely addictive, so there's a huge thing at the moment of people getting hooked on pharmaceuticals, yeah, and then getting in trouble with it, but they take no responsibility. The pharmaceuticals, the doctors don't take any responsibility for prescribing those things to people. Yeah, you know, if we get caught with a little bit of cannabis, you're in trouble. So there's that. What was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, the amount of money that they will charge for, I mean, and it's kind of going that way in this country. You know, I know in America, it's, you know, there's huge money in the pharmaceutical drugs because, you know, they will charge like stupid amounts of money for things that people need, you know, for their health. Oh, it does my head in. Joanna, it is amazing, but everybody can do it. Yeah, everyone has that in them. Yeah, I mean, tuning forks are an amazing gateway. I'm going to use that word that you used earlier, Laurie, because I like that word. Tuning forks are an amazing gateway with frequency to see that healing in yourself. Yeah. I think I've told the story about my wisdom tooth. You know, it was moving, and it was moving in such a way that the whole all around here was almost frozen. I couldn't open my mouth. So I had to eat when I was eating my dinner, I had to put it on a spoon, have it like a tiny little bit on a spoon, have it level so I could just get it in the like, little tiny bit of envelope mouth that I had open. Sorry, letterbox mouth. There's a little tiny space where I could get the food in. It took me like an hour to eat my dinner, and I was being really pissed off with it. And I've been using tuning forks and stuff on it, so the pain was going, but the locked, it was almost locked, yeah. And I went into, I'd had enough, so I thought, well, I'm going to go to sleep. I didn't actually go to sleep. What I went into was a meditative state, a very deep meditative state, kind of a theta wave state, which just induced itself, yeah, because I got to that point where I had enough. I wanted to eat my dinner. I wanted to be able to yawn. All those things that you take for granted, and laugh, you know, that you take for granted, and I couldn't do them. So I'm like, right, went into this meditative state. I went in, had a look around, and I could see what the problem was. Where my wisdom tooth was moving, it was moving at a weird angle, and it was butting up against my other teeth, and it was interfering with them. So I told it straight. You know, I think I actually used the word straighten up and stop messing about. And the pain went instantly, and I could move my mouth again. There was a little bit of kind of like residual, you know, if I yawned or something like that, but the tuning forks got rid of that. So I have no, what's the word I'm looking for? No brain, no doubt whatsoever that everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody can do that. Yeah. Yes, yeah. And that's, you know, Louise L. Hay. I was introduced to her when I was about 18, 19. And it hit a nerve, yeah, because I'd be reading it, and then it would say something, And I'm like, oh God, that's rubbish, that is. And I put the book down and not go back to it. So it struck a nerve. And she's amazing, Louise L. Hay. She was amazing. Well, she still is amazing. Because what she says, she really does hit the nail on the head there about the link, emotions, mind, and what is going on in your body, for sure. Absolutely. And now's the perfect time to do it, with this shift, the gateway you were talking about, Laurie, to the higher consciousness. It's all there. It's all there. All we got to do is grab it, download it. Yeah. Joanna, that could be Louise L. Hay. Louise L. Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. Yeah. Amazing book. Very, very cool. And when I actually did go back to it after years of, and it stuck in my head, and every time something would come up, it would plop down. It's like, oh God, I didn't create this. But then, that's that whole thing of you are the powerful creator of your own experience. Yeah. I used to suffer with a lot of chest infections around kind of February, March time, which would kind of it would stop me doing things. Yeah. So when you think about it, I was stopping myself doing things by creating this issue around my lungs, not being able to breathe. Without going back into what was going on at the time, but I wasn't a happy person. So I'd created that. It was a loop, and it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, because after Christmas it would be like, oh right, so it's chest infection time now, and every year it lasted longer. It was lasting longer and longer and longer, until one year, when a couple of years after I met Ian. And what was I using for that? Because I stopped using any stuff you buy in the chemist. Eucalyptus oil, Eucalyptus globulus, and I used to carry it. I must have got through about 3 bottles in about 3 or 4, 5 weeks. And I'd just put a bit on a tissue and just sit there and inhale it, and it would make me cough. And it would be uncomfortable because it was expanding everything around here, because it was that feeling. It was expanding it. It was very uncomfortable, made me very, and the whole place stuck with eucalyptus. But that's not a bad thing. But it got rid of it, and you know what? It's not been back since. So that then power of plants, I cannot, power of plants, oils, tuning forks, all these things are amazing for healing yourself. Control, absolutely, Laurie. When we give away our power to the doctors, to the pharmaceutical companies, to governments, to even a seemingly innocuous thing like going down to Primark, for example, and buying clothes in there. That's control, because they are telling you what it is you should be wearing right now, what is fashionable, what is trendy. Well, I'll let you into a little secret. I've never been trendy. I've been a trendsetter because I will do my own thing, but I've never been trendy. And my mum said that. I was about 9 or 10, and went shopping for my birthday for clothes, and all the things that I was choosing, she's like, really? You want that? Okay. And I remember her saying to me, you've always done your own thing, always. And it failed. I never surprised my mum, because she knew I was always going to do my own thing, and it was always going to be a little bit different. Let's have a look at that, Laurie. There's another really good book. It's on the shelf in the bedroom. What's it called? So this book's a really big, thick book. Oh wow, Inanna cigar. Wow. I will have a look at that, Laurie. Definitely. There's a big. I can't remember the name of the book. What I'll do is I'll go and grab it afterwards and post it in here, because it's another one around. It's mainly kind of uses mantra and affirmation. So it's like an extended version of Louise L. Hay's book. It goes a lot more into the key to, was it the key to something? But I'll go and grab it after I finish this live, yeah. But I will check that out, Laurie. Oh, right. So Joanna, that's the book that Laurie shared. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, well, we increasingly, now and again, we might buy something in TK Maxx, but it's usually something that's not trendy. And we'll use it in a different way, yeah? We won't necessarily use it in the way it's meant to be. We'll use it, I'll sew things, badges on things, and, you know, or I don't know, I like to tweak my clothes so they don't look like what they looks like when I bought them out the shop. I love doing that. Yeah, but charity shops, amazing. Got some amazing stuff out of charity shops that, you know, you wouldn't even think. I've got these amazing, not really, I suppose they are kind of ball gowns, if you like, which are just, they are stunning. Charity shops, yeah? You can't say better than that, really. And it's recycling, and we give to charity shops as well. So, you know, it's an amazing way to recycle, or upcycle, as I like to call it. Also, a lot of our furniture, and we were looking around in here before, we've got a unit that's got the television and stereo in it. That we did buy new from IKEA. And we've got a shelf unit where all the herbs and stuff are. That was IKEA. Everything else in this room, I've either had for donkey's years since I was a kid, or it's been handed down to me from family, or it's been bought in a charity shop. It's brilliant. I love it. And you can just about guarantee that anything you buy in a charity shop, there's not going to be another one of it. Yeah. We saw this amazing unit. Oh, it was stunning. But our place isn't big enough for it, though. If we had our healing centre, you know, kind of there, if it was here, then I would have bought it, no problem. But it was amazing. It was a very light, I think it was beech, solid wood, yeah. 1920s, 30s, because it had rounded glass on the top. There was a top bit and a bottom bit. It was like a display cabinet type thing. Oh, it was beautiful. I was like, oh, well, little things like you to open the doors on the bottom bit, you push them in a bit and they'd open, and they were all curved. Everything was curved. The glass was curved. Oh, it was stunning. There you go. Oh, I love charity shops. I love charity shops. Both love charity shops, which is quite amazing because a lot of blokes won't go in charity shops. But Ian loves a good rummage, much like I do. Okay, so kind of gone right off on a tangent there, but that's good. Do I want any more forky stuff? Oh, I know what I will do. Let's play you Moon. So I'm gonna this is the last tuning fork, which is Moon tuning fork, which is frequency 210.42 hertz. As I don't know if any of you have seen, I've actually got the moon during the day showing up, which I love that. I love it in the winter because you can get really cool photos of the moon during the day without having to have a special thing on your a special filter on your camera to get a decent photo. So yeah, the moon is visible during the day at the moment. It's beautiful. Now I'm hoping about Friday, full moon, I'm hoping it's going to be a live broadcast, but it might not be because we might be having a jam in the park. Possibly. Depending what, it all depends on the time of it, really. So I don't know what time it's going to be yet. So it might be that it's a recorded ritual for Friday. But I will let you know in good time. Don't forget as well, the Jupiter ritual, I think is, let me just check that. Jupiter ritual Thursdays are at a different time to normal. I don't know why I've done that. I might have changed it back. I can't remember. Let me just double check that. And this is the protection ritual, Jupiter protection ritual. Yeah. Oh no, I did change the time, so it's 6 o'clock as usual. Good. I couldn't remember if I'd done that or not. Okie dokie, that's the moon tuning fork. Tune you in to the moon energy. Is there anything else I want to say about Mars? Or if any of you use angels, archangels, contact angels, the archangel for Mars is Camael. And the angel is Zamael. So you've got archangels and angels. Okay. That's spelled archangel, it's spelled Camael. And angel, Zamael, is spelled Z-A-N-A-E-L. Okay. One more moon for you. Don't forget, I think in the next few days, on the Witches Bazaar website, we're going to have our the higher CBD and THC high CBD oil up there. That'll be released in the next few days. I'm not sure. It might be Sunday, actually. I might release it on Sunday. Yeah, I think it'll be Sunday, actually. And what we can do, how we will be selling that is, pardon me, is as a 5% dilution in the CBD oil that we already sell, which is the leaf extract. Yeah, so it will be, because it is really powerful. Yeah, it's not psychoactive, just very powerful because it's high THC and high CBD. It was basically the buds, yeah, which is where all the stuff is. Yeah. So it's very, very powerful. So it would be as a 5% dilution with the leaf oil extract that we already do. Yeah. We can also incorporate it into the salve. So if you have any kind of, if you have more pain than well, if you're already using the salve and for some reason it's not working on the pain how you would like, what we can do is we can incorporate, again, 5% dilution. 5% in the salve. So we can put the higher THC and the higher CBD into the salve. But again, it will increase the price. But I'll tell you something, it is well, you use less of it for a start, so it's probably even out price wise. Also, it would be cheaper than buying, because if we were going to sell the higher THC and the higher CBD oil or salve on its own, you'd pay a fortune for it, because we bought in the raw materials at quite it was a good price, but it was, it wasn't cheap. So if we were going to sell, I think we got 400 mil. So if we were going to sell the salve, 60 mil, so that would be 6 of those. You'd probably be talking for a 60 mil jar. You'd probably be talking about 70-80 pounds, yeah, for a 60 mil jar of salve. So by putting a dilution of the higher THC, higher CBD oil in with the salve we've already got and with the oil we've already got, it keeps the price low for you, but you still get a very powerful product. It's like think of it like essential oils, yeah. So you don't use like 10 mil of essential oil on your skin directly, yeah. You dilute it with a carrier oil. So that's kind of what we're doing with that, because that's the process that you use for essential oils. So it's the same process I'm using for the higher THC and the higher CBD oil that we've created. And it's a very, very dark green. It's quite amazing, actually. So we're quite excited about that. So I'll be shouting about that in the run up to Sunday when I'll be releasing it. So it'll be around all over the place, so you won't miss it. What else? I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. If you want any kind of loose incense, witchesbazaar.com is the place to go. It's also the place to go for recipes, especially like cooling, healing juices for this time of year, because it's quite hard to eat sometimes when it's this hot. But there's a few juice recipes and stuff on there. What else? Can't think of anything else. I think I've talked for long enough. I've talked for a long time. So, hour and 7 minutes. Ooh, that was not my intention. But I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. If you're doing the abundance candle in the southwest corner, carry on with that. It's a daily practice, yeah. If you do miss a day for whatever reason, just go back to it the next day. Don't smash yourself over the head with a blunt instrument and berate yourself. Just draw a line over it and go back to it the following day, yeah. So I will see you on Thursday for Jupiter Protection Ritual, which is at 6 p.m. UK time. And then Friday, hopefully, like I say, for a live full moon. If not, it would be a recorded one from before. Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this little talk, and the tuning forks. They're amazing. I love tuning forks. So be fearless, stay witchy, live long and prosper. Blessings.